Hey guys, today's topic is toxic food additives. So I'm going to be reviewing this list with you all. None of them should be surprising at all. And then I'm going to be sharing these food items, beverages, sauces, you name it, that I also thought was very shocking that had one or more of these items in them. So really important in cleaning up your diet. What I've learned in this journey over the last few months is there's enough toxicity in the world being around just emissions, gasoline, chemicals in your products, not only cosmetic products, but also cleaning products. So what are you cleaning the house in? I think first and foremost, this is what I prioritize, and I think that you all should prioritize also, is what are you consuming? And if you can eliminate the toxins that you're consuming, it's really gonna set you up for success, and then you can start slowly eliminating the other toxins around you. So without further ado, we're gonna review this list. Number one, MSGs. We all know MSGs is not something that we should be looking at or consuming. So when you are looking at your food labels, make sure that you are reading the food labels before you purchase these items. If any of these things are listed there, do not buy it, or slowly clean it out of your pantry. I'm not saying like go and do a whole refresh. You can do that. I did that, no shame. So make sure that if any of these items are on the food labels, they are toxins and you need to get rid of them and you should not be consuming them. So number one, MSGs. Number two, artificial food coloring. That should be a no-brainer. The word artificial should be the first red flag. Sodium nitrite. Guar gum, I don't know how to pronounce it, but anything that says gum in it is also a no bueno. Gums can build up over time in your gut and cause bloating, digestive issues, just discomfort overall. So it's a big, big no-no. High fructose corn syrup, we all knew that. Artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame. There's plenty of others, so look them up. But again, artificial is the word here, the key word. Carrageenan, so this is cancer causing, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough. I recently, I'm not gonna name the brand, but I had a almond milk and also a protein shake that I used to, like a prepackaged protein shake that specifically called this out. And I used to give this, I bought one and noticed it and I threw it out for my dad during his healing process. And I was very shocked to see it because the marketing on this product was very like healthy, this. You have to ignore the marketing behind all of these products. They're gonna be really good about selling you as the consumer on natural flavors, which we'll get to that in just a second. It's not natural. Carrageenan is cancer causing. It is a toxin. So it will say it straight up on the ingredient list. So make sure that if it says it, you gotta throw it out. This is not good. This is a chemical, guys. So next is sodium benzoate. This is a big one. So just about everything that I looked at had this in it. I mean, it's really unfortunate. If it's not supernatural, this is a preservative. So it's gonna be in all of your prepackaged foods, your jars, your cans. It's just not great. So I'm in the process of eliminating the products that I'm putting on my skin, in my hair that has this in it. But first and foremost, I think what's really important is making sure that we're not eating it and we're not consuming it and we're not putting this foreign thing into our bodies, expecting our bodies to know how to break that down without causing long-term damage. So anyway, this is a big one. Trans fat, xanthan gum, another gum. This is also in a lot of things. Artificial flavoring, yeast extract. So again, back to my natural comment earlier. These are the things that you should be really avoiding. If it says artificial before any word, that's your sign. That's a bad sign. That is man-made. That is not something that's organic that your body's gonna know how to process. Not good. Natural flavors. Natural flavors. If they call that out, it's not natural flavors. These are in your sparkling waters. So you have to be very intentional on the sparkling water that you are purchasing. We purchased Spindrift, delicious, and it's super, super clean. So I definitely would recommend Spindrift. And then if you just can't pronounce it, I mean, if you can't pronounce it, that's a really bad sign. It's probably a chemical, unless it says in parentheses, like, hey, here's the chemical name, but then it's like, I don't know, like aloe. It'll say in parentheses. Unless it does that, you gotta ditch it. So now we're gonna get into the fun part. So during this clean out process that I did, I was really, really surprised on some of the things that I just never imagined a toxin to be in, or I just loved it and I didn't even pay attention. So first things first, I love my salads. I can really get crazy on my salads, and I love putting pecans in my salads. Specifically these pecans. So honey roasted pecan pieces from Fresh Gourmet. Pecans, honey powder, sugar, vegetable oil, which is canola and sunflower oil. That's a no bueno, but I'll get to that in another topic another day. Sugar again, maltodextrin. That is a bloating agent. If you see, it's not on this list, but maltodextrin. If you see that, you gotta throw it out of your pantry or your fridge. It's gonna make you bloated. Xanthan gum and sea salt. It's like sea salt and pecans. It's the only natural thing in here. So throwing that out. We're gonna move over to our sodas now. So my husband's a really big soda drinker when it comes to diet soda. So you would think, okay, that's a healthy step. That's a healthy measure, right? But nope. So let me just read this one for you. Citric acid is the #1 item. Potassium citrate, aspartame, natural flavors, modified food starch, and then sucrose, and some flavoring, some artificial coloring. Not good, guys. Throwing that one out. I was guilty of drinking this one. I love this one, but I had to throw it out. So this one has natural flavors, has aspartame, and some other chemicals. No. Okay, this is a really big one. I love this brand, and it's no disrespect towards this couple that owns this brand. I love them. But yes, they have some naughty things in their ingredient list. So energy drink, high in B12, loved them. I used to drink them every single day. Citric acid, erythritol. I think I'm saying that right. That's a bloating agent also. It is, let's see, sodium citrate, natural flavor, sucralose, sodium benzoate, and then so on and so forth. I mean, sodium chloride, and then you get, gum. There is a gum in here. Acacia? Anyway, sorry guys. I love this so much, but I love my body more. I love how I feel better. Okay, so that's the drinks. I'm gonna get into the sauces here. So Carolina mustard barbecue sauce from Publix. Good for marinating chicken. Let's see, we've got natural flavors, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, and sodium benzoate. And there's also sulfites, citric acid. I mean, this is just not good, not good. The Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. All right, high fructose corn syrup is the #1, the first thing on the ingredient list. Crazy. Molasses, I mean, at least that's natural, right? Caramel color, so there's coloring in here. There's corn syrup, there's sugar, and then natural flavor. I mean, right there, natural flavor. So not great. Next is a salt-free dash marinade. And it says no MSG, right? Great marketing. Thanks, guys. Oh, and another one. No high fructose corn syrup. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that messaging, because that's what I'm looking for. Xanthan gum. Natural flavor. And we've got some other chemicals in here. Let's see, another EDTA. They say as a preservative. No preservatives are good, guys. And maltodextrin. Again, bloating agent. So no bueno. All right, this is gonna be super surprising. You would think, being this brand, it would be healthy for you. Newman's Own, guys, not good. Let me tell you why. Actually, no, this was my example. Sorry. This is the bad one. So here's a good example of same brand. You would think that, oh, because it's a brand that's one thing is clean, the other one isn't, you know, that doesn't mean that they're all clean. So I brought these two out as an example. One has chemicals in it, toxins, the other one is clean. So the balsamic, his balsamic vinaigrette has xanthan gum in it. Okay. Caramel coloring, so the artificial food coloring. And I think that was it on this one. Yep. But still, all the other ingredients are great. I mean, it's water, balsamic vinegar, white vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, garlic, oregano, pepper, basil, parsley. So great, but it has xanthan gum and food coloring. But this one, for whatever reason, his classic oil and vinegar actually is pretty clean. Olive oil, water, canola oil. The canola oil is not great, but since it is a salad dressing, I get it. Red wine vinegar, spicy brown mustard. I mean, and so on. Spices, pepper, garlic, vinegar, celery seed. It's not bad. But that just goes to show you, when you are looking on the shelf for a vinaigrette or a salad dressing, read the label. Always read the label. Classic example right there. So next, I'm going to get into sauces. So my poor husband is heartbroken because he loves his hot sauce, loves it, loves sauces in general. And when I shared this news with him, he was very sad. He was very upset. So first up, it's a popular one, sriracha. It's not good. So we have, it starts out great. It starts out chili, sugar, salt, garlic. It's got acid in it though. Here we go. Acid, potassium sorbate, sodium bisulfite as a preservative, and xanthan gum. I was like, sorry, sweetheart. You got to find a different one. Next up is this hot Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. So good. He got this from Whole Foods thinking, oh, well, if it's at Whole Foods, it's the cleanest products. Not necessarily. Ingredients. So again, starts off great. Water, Scotch bonnet pepper, vinegar, salt, scallions, onions, garlic powder. And then here we go. Xanthan gum, potassium sorbate, and then it has, oh, I guess citrus, yeah. Modified cornstarch. It's not good. That also broke his heart. He loved that one. And then this one was also purchased at Whole Foods. So it's Tattoo hot sauce avocado Sonero. It is pretty good, delicious, like tasting, but ingredients, sodium benzoate and xanthan gum. Everything else, not bad. Just those two. There you go. Not good. Okay. The amount of times I probably said not good on this, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about toxins that are not good. So all these things, just one or more in each item. It's mind-blowing. Last couple of things here. So I love olives. I love really anything like pickled, but I had to throw away all my pickles. I'm throwing this away. So it's an olive, it's olives. And it has guar gum. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And calcium chloride and potassium sorbate as preservatives. Not good. All right, here we go. Cherries. Used to eat these out of my husband's old fashions. So good. Soaked in bourbon. Oh. Well, starts out fine. Cherries, water, and then here we go. Cherries and water. It's the only thing that's good. Corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, malic acid, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor. The fact they even say that in the same item, natural and artificial flavor. Potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate as preservatives. And then there's also red 40 and then sulfur dioxide as another preservative. This one's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I knew it was kind of sweet, but you got to read your labels. All right, and then last, I know you don't eat this, but I had to just show it because it was in my kitchen, but Dial soap, the foaming one. I use this all the time and I wash my hands a million times. Anyway, so it has fragrance in it, which is not good. We'll get to that in another segment. And it has sodium chloride, it has sodium benzoate right there on the product. So another just shocking one from the kitchen that I had to share. So hopefully this was extremely helpful. I really hope that you all can make better choices when it comes to what you're eating, what you're consuming. The way that I look at it is if I can control what I'm eating every day when I'm cooking in the house, that's one step further, and that's a really big step forward, actually. I'm still gonna eat out. You know, my husband and I do love to order takeout every once in a while, and we do love to go out and have dinner. I'm not gonna stop doing those things, and I realize going into those decisions that they're probably not picking the best items, what they're cooking with, or the types of food that they're cooking with. And that's okay, because you can't just go 100%. And so the advice I've been getting from my nutritionist is as long as you can do 90% healthy and great choices, 10% leave that to living your life, live your life. So hopefully you can start making better decisions when it comes to the items that you're purchasing, reading those food labels, and just cooking cleaner. So this is going to conclude our segment for today, and I will follow up with better options. So here are the things you should be cutting out. I would also love to share with you all, what am I replacing these items with in the kitchen to make it a cleaner meal? So listen up, stay tuned, and I will share with y'all soon on that topic. Happy Friday.